The covenant between the Muslim and his Lord. Peace be upon you, and the mercy of Allah, dear brothers and sisters. Bismillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah. Before we speak about rulers, international powers, or political betrayals, we must first begin with ourselves, as individuals and as an ummah. And we must begin with a single fundamental question. What is our covenant with Allah? This is not philosophy. This is not emotion. This is the very foundation of Islam. The Muslim is not just a follower of rituals. He is someone who has entered a divine contract, a binding agreement between himself and his Lord. Allah says in the Qur'an, "Did I not take a covenant from you, O children of Adam, that you should not worship Shaitan? Surely he is a clear enemy to you, and that you should worship me? That is the straight path." Surah Yasin, verses 60 and 61. This is the universal covenant, taken from all of humanity. But for the Muslim, this covenant is renewed, detailed, and established through the Qur'an and the Sunnah, and it includes 5 great obligations. First, Tawhid, worshipping Allah alone. This is the essence of the covenant, to recognize Allah as our Creator, Master, and Lawgiver, and to reject every other object of worship or authority that competes with Him. And I did not create the jinn and mankind except to worship me. Surah Ad-Dariyat, verse 56. Worship is not just prayer and fasting. It is submission with the heart, tongue, and action to Allah alone. Second, rejection of Taghut. The second part of the covenant is not just belief in Allah, but active rejection of all falsehood and rebellion against Him. This includes false gods, man-made ideologies, systems of disbelief, and any authority that replaces the rule of Allah. Whoever disbelieves in Taghut and believes in Allah has grasped the firmest handhold that will never break. Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 256. Ibn al-Qayyim explained that Taghut is every leader, system, or object that is obeyed or worshipped besides Allah or in defiance of His command. Third, ruling only by what Allah has revealed. The covenant includes that the Muslim does not accept any law, constitution, or judgment that contradicts the Qur'an and Sunnah. Whoever does not judge by what Allah has revealed, then it is they who are the disbelievers. Surah Al-Ma'idah, verse 44. This verse was explained by the scholars of tafsir, including Ibn Abbas, as referring to kufr under different levels, depending on the one who replaces the law of Allah knowingly, permanently, and without excuse. Ibn Taymiyyah said, "The greatest form of oppression is to place law that contradicts the law of Allah and to give it authority over the creation. This is the essence of Taghut." Fourth, loyalty to Allah, His Messenger, and the believers, al-Wala. The believer gives his love, loyalty, and trust to the people of faith, not to those who fight against Islam or seek to corrupt the Ummah. Your only true allies are Allah, His Messenger, and the believers, those who establish prayer and give zakah while bowing in obedience. Surah Al-Ma'idah, verse 55. This is not just emotional loyalty, it is practical. It means siding with the Ummah, defending the oppressed, and aligning your heart and identity with the believers. Fifth, disavowal from falsehood and kufr, al-bara. Just as we show loyalty to Islam, we must separate ourselves, spiritually and morally, from systems and beliefs that oppose it. Indeed, there is for you a good example in Ibrahim and those with him when they said to their people, "Indeed, we are free from you and from whatever you worship besides Allah. we have rejected you, and between us and you has appeared hostility and hatred forever, until you believe in Allah alone. Surah Al-Mumtahana, verse 4. This is not a call to hate people unjustly. It is a call to uphold the truth, to be clear in our deen, and not to confuse light with darkness. The lesson of Bani Isra'il. When the covenant was broken, we are not the first people to be given a covenant. The Jews were given the Torah. They were commanded to follow divine law, but they broke their covenant. And what was the result? So, because of their breaking of the covenant, we cursed them and made their hearts hard. They distort words from their places and have forgotten a portion of what they were reminded of. Surah Al-Ma'idah, verse 13. And when we took your covenant and raised over you the mountain, saying, Hold firmly to what we have given you and listen, they said, We hear and disobey. Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 93. Imam al-Qurtubi said in his tafsir, Their punishment was not only physical, it was spiritual. They lost sincerity, guidance, and the honor of being the chosen carriers of the truth. Allah removed their leadership and replaced them with another ummah. Then we gave the book as inheritance to those we chose among our servants. Surah Fatir, verse 32. That means us, the ummah of Muhammad, peace and blessing be upon him. What happens if we break the covenant? The Quran gives us serious warning. Those who break the covenant of Allah after it has been agreed upon, and cut what Allah has commanded to be joined, and spread corruption in the land. For them is the curse, and for them is the worst abode. Surah Ar-Ra'd, verse 25. If you turn away, He will replace you with another people, and they will not be like you. Surah Muhammad, verse 38. Ibn Kathir said, These verses show that if the believers abandon their duties and corrupt the message, Allah will give leadership and honor to others who will obey Him. Imam Ibn al-Jawzi said, The most dangerous loss is not wealth or territory. It is when the trust of the truth is taken away from you and handed to those more worthy. Renewing the covenant daily. This covenant is not just theory. We renew it every day. When we say in Salah, You alone we worship, and You alone we ask for help. When we say in Tashahhud, Ashhadu an la ilaha illa Allah. When we stand for justice, speak the truth, and live as Muslims with clarity. Ibn Taymiyyah said, The servant is the slave of Allah in every moment, in belief, speech, judgment, and love. He is not free. He is owned by the truth. Majmu al-Fatawa, Volume 11, page 443, Imam ash-Shatibi said in Al-Muwafaqat, The entire structure of Islam rests on the foundation of the covenant. Whoever protects it has protected the religion. Whoever abandons it has lost both his deen and his dunya. This is the covenant. It is not politics. It is not emotion. It is not history. It is the foundation of our faith. If we honor it, Allah will honor us. If we betray it, we will be replaced, just as those before us were replaced. O Allah, make us among those who fulfill their covenant with You. Keep us firm upon Your obedience. Make us sincere to You alone. And do not let any of us be among those who break the pact and turn away from Your path. If you like the content, please share, like, and subscribe for more.